The goal of this project is really to enhance the anti-doping framework, the testing, the education, the investigation work that goes into anti-doping in Kenya. The project was initiated because we reached a point of crisis, I would say. There were a lot of anti-doping cases being uncovered in Kenya, and the government has responded in the right way by making this financial commitment to strengthening the resources put towards anti-doping. So I'm pleased to say, after this project's been going for the first 12 months, that there have been a lot of achievements. Testing domestically within Kenya has increased by more than fourfold. The number of anti-doping cases that have been uncovered by ADAC, that's the anti-doping agency of Kenya, has also increased by nearly double, which is to be expected given the increased amount of testing. So this was really the missing piece of the puzzle. In the past, the AIU had been testing at the very top level of athletes and uncovering doping, but we needed the support from the anti-doping agency to test the second tier and the third tier of athletes, and that's really starting to happen. So we're at the start of the journey. It's still very early days. There's a lot of improvement still to come, but we're on the right track. And so we're here in Kenya. I started in Nairobi, meeting with the sports minister, the cabinet secretary, on Thursday. We'll have important meetings again in Nairobi next week to assess the progress and make plans, especially as we head into the Paris Olympics. While we're here in the Northern Rift, we are meeting as much as possible with athletes. I also met, in fact, with the cross-country team that's going to Belgrade in Ngong on Thursday. So it's very important for us to talk to the athletes, explain what we're doing. They're seeing a lot more testing on the ground. They're seeing a lot of new rules and processes relating to how they register for competitions, how the sport is administered, that are all for the purpose of strengthening the anti-doping in the country. So it's important to speak to the athletes, hear what they have to say, get their feedback, and let them understand, our goals and what we're doing. So I think we're progressing well. We are at the start of the journey, though, so there's a lot more work to do.
The government and also ADAC has agreed to establish an office in Eldoret for Athletes Kenya, so that we can be accessible to athletes' needs, and also whatever they want, we are there. They have also established an office in Eldoret for ADAC because most of the athletes are resides in this region, especially North Rift, Central Rift, and South Rift. So it will be the central point. We want to avoid also a situation where athletes will be traveling all the time to Nairobi to seek for visas. We want to reduce that and give them more time to train in their respective areas as they process their visas, so that we make it more efficient for them to apply for visa if they want to travel, and provide also any other support or assistance that the athletes might need. So this project has gone very well. We also appreciate the government giving the money for the next 5 years. The team, the steering committee that was set up, involving AIU, ADAC, and AK, plus also officials from the ministry, is the body that is steering the progress of this project. And of course, the